Hi guys, today I wanted to talk to you about a brand new book that's coming out in September 18 by the author Dusti. The book is called 24 Hours in Nowhere, and as I said, it's coming out in September and hardback will be retailed at $12.99. The book is aimed at children 8 to 11, young adult genre. And the reason why I wanted to read this, or the reason why I was quite desperate to see what Dusti was all about, is because it had been pitched a novel mash-up between The Goonies and Stand By Me. Stand By Me being one of my all-time favourite films, I was very interested to find out why this book was being referenced, why Stand By Me was being referenced in this book. And it becomes quite clear quite early on. You've got Gus, who is in love with Rossi. Bit of a spoiler alert. Well, it's not really. You work that out straight away. And they're good friends. And the town bully, who basically runs the town, a bit like Ace from Stand By Me, basically takes off Rossi's motorbike off her through something Gus does. And the only thing that goes on in this town of nowhere in Arizona is the racing. That's all they've got, and if you're not doing racing, then you're not doing anything. They haven't got much else in the way of shops. I think there's a convenience store. I don't know if there's a bar because it's for the kids, but there's not a lot in this town. And then when Gus goes up to the bully and he's like, I want Rossi's bike back, he says the only way you're getting this bike back is if you go into the Dead Frenchman cave mine and bring me out some gold. So that's the synopsis of the story. And the mashup between the two is obviously the Goonies element is the kids going into the cave and trying to find the gold. And along the way you end up thinking, Jesus, are these kids going to get out of here? Are they going to survive? And the Stand By Me element is you get to know these kids. There's 4 of them, and the way they get together is obviously Gus has got to go in the mine to get some gold to buy back Rossi's bike, and his companion, although he doesn't want him, is one of the bully Bo's henchmen, and he's basically told him to go in this mine with him and make sure he gets this gold. So it's like, oh, nice mate, but then that's what that's what bullies do, isn't it? So on the way to the mine, Gus meets up with a friend that he hasn't seen for a year, and tells him what he's doing, says goodbye to him, goes off to the mine, meets Michael there, and then the next thing you know, Jessie, who is at the store, has turned up with Rossi, to maybe talk him out of it, maybe to guide him through it, I don't know. But anyway, this is how it ends up with 4 kids going through a mine to find gold. That in a nutshell is the book, and that, as you can tell, is how it's like mashed up between the 2 films. It's really good. It's a really good book, and I'd love to see this be made into a film. Actually, you get to know the characters, you get engrossed in it, and you're like with them. And because it's called 24 Hours in Nowhere, the way the book is written is each hour is a new chapter. So the story starts, there we go. So the story starts at 5 p.m. on Saturday, and then as you read through what's going on, the new chapters are the times, and then it leads you right round to 4 p.m. on the Sunday. So you kind of get engrossed in it, but at one point, I think it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm thinking, how are we going to be reading this for every hour between 2 in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon? How's that going to work? But it works. It's very well written. It's a lovely book. It's a good book. It's like a coming of age, and how you can't judge people. You can't tell what somebody's worst day is just by looking at them. One of the kids is moaning that the mine is their worst day ever, and one of the other kids is like, no way is this my worst day. you know, threatened of being caved in or eaten by a mountain lion or falling in a river full of weird mutant squid or whatever it was. I think they were shrimp. And that wasn't his worst day. So in that, you know, it's a good book to read. It's out in September. I will leave all the links on Rachel Jess, so do go and have a look. Do check it out. I think Dusty Bowling's done a really good job on this book, and you can see why it's referenced a mashup of the two, and it's done them proud. You know, it's not far from your feelings from when you're watching those films as to your feelings for when you're watching this. And I think that's the best way I can describe it, really. More so is how you feel as a person watching those films is how you feel reading this book. And you just want to pick them all up and put them in your pocket and tell them that everything could be all right and take them home and look after them. So there we are. So it's called 24 Hours in Nowhere by Dusty Bowling. It is out in September 18. It's $12.99 in hardback, and I think, in my opinion, it's a good read. So please do go check it out, and I'll catch you later, guys.